Hey folks, this is Vince with Dad's Gaming Addiction, and today we're going to quickly check out Backpack Battles. This is a game that you can find on Steam's Early Access program for a little over $10. Early Access means that everything that you're about to see here is most definitely subject to change. One thing that I didn't like was when I went into windowed mode, the window was kind of locked in the middle of the screen and I couldn't drag it where I wanted it to go. I found though if I clicked off of the game window and got my normal cursor back, I could then drag it around. So in this game, it's strictly PvP. You're going to be playing against builds from other players. There's no live battles going on here. The computer will look at a build that another player had done at one point and then use that against you. You're going to choose a class. There's a couple of classes to choose between, and there are a ton of items in this game. You're going to start with a couple in your beginning run, but you're going to be able to buy items each round with the gold that you have, and you're going to be amassing a huge bag of different items that all synergize in different ways, and that's the goal of this game, is who can make the best build. And yeah, that's what this game is. Now, there's ranked and unranked, and unfortunately the game doesn't do a good enough job into explaining a lot of the concepts of this game. In fact, there is no tutorial. I didn't see anything in the way of a tutorial. So even though I'm at Bronze 0 rank, when I played unranked in my test session, and it seemed like some opponents were God tier. They were just impossible to beat. And then there were other opponents that were fairly easy to beat. So it seems like it's all over the place in terms of who you're going to be fighting, who you're not going to be fighting. So I'm a little concerned about that aspect of it, since this game will pit you against a opponent that supposedly is around your level. You'd think that they would pair you up with, I'm just saying, like, in unranked, why am I facing people that I had no chance of beating? So that was one of my concerns. And again, I don't know if I venture into ranked and get from bronze to silver or whatever, are my unranked opponents going to be of that tier or not? So these are the things I think that this game needs to focus on. Like, they need to educate players in game as to what everything does. Now, aside from all of that, the item combos in this game are fun. Like, each item has tags. Different items respond to those tags in different ways, and you can even combine items. There's a whole recipe area where you can even go into the different recipes and see them for yourself. There's a whole screen devoted to recipes. But if you have an item next to another item, there's a yellow line, like a little yellow connector. That means that item is going to combine on the next round or whatever, and that will turn those two items into one special item. So you'll be able to find items that converge, and you can even right-click on an item if you want to prevent it. Like, you can lock it from auto-combining during that process. So yeah, it's cool. And you can even buy new backpack slots. The store will contain, 4 slot bags or 2 slot bags, even purses that have only 1 slot to them but have extra armor or whatnot. And I love that I can, like, build my character in so many different ways. I could focus on a shield build. I could focus on a health regen build. I had like a frying pan, and I had all of this food around it, and I was able to do a crap ton of damage with that. And I even combined it with something, that frying pan with something else, to make it even better. So most of my damage was this. My food was regenerating health every 3 seconds or whatever, and my frying pan was doing pretty good damage. I had some other, like, I had a bow as well as like this sword or totem or something, but I was still trying to piece together the best builds, and I think that's going to be the challenge of this game. There's going to be metas. Some items are going to be better than others, and I sincerely hope the developers take the time to balance these things so that I'm not seeing the same build over and over and over again, because it is the meta currently. I hope I don't see that. I hope the developers continue to balance everything so that that's not the case. I also want to see opponents of my skill level on a regular basis. I don't want to have to play RNG, spin the roulette wheel and hope that I get someone of my level when I'm facing them in unranked, especially. So it's a good game, don't get me wrong. It is fun. It's not a game I would be competitive about. It's something I would go in there, have fun with, and quit. So give this game a look. It's early access, has some balancing to do, but it's still fun. This is Vince. Thanks for watching. Catch y'all next time. Take care.